I'm Tomlyn Nicholson. This is Friday, January 30th, 2026. House Republicans introduced the Make Elections Great Again Act, proposing voter ID requirements, proof of citizenship for registration, and restrictions on mail-in voting ahead of the 2026 midterms. Democrats criticized the measures as potential barriers to access. President Trump held a lengthy phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin discussing Ukraine's recent drone strikes that damaged Russian warplanes. Trump described the conversation as productive but warned it won't lead to immediate peace, as Putin vowed to respond forcefully to attacks on military targets deep inside Russia. Meanwhile, Ukraine braced for more Russian assaults on civilian areas. President Trump announced Russian President Putin agreed to halt strikes on Kyiv for 1 week due to extreme cold weather impacting the area. The move comes amid broader diplomatic discussions on the ongoing conflict. Border Czar Tom Homan pledged to remain in Minnesota leading ICE operations until public safety concerns from alleged fraud and immigration issues are resolved. He described productive meetings with local officials amid heightened enforcement efforts. Immigration enforcement shifts as ICE ceased enhanced activities in Maine, according to Republican Senator Susan Collins, who cited input from Kristi Noem amid ongoing border policy debates. The Pentagon's new national defense strategy elevates homeland defense, warning that future conflicts could reach U.S. territory with adversaries developing long-range strike capabilities. It calls for bolstered missile defenses and cyber operations launched from American bases. The Trump administration ruled that California's policy banning schools from notifying parents about students' gender transition violates federal law, with Education Secretary Linda McMahon accusing state officials of abusing authority. A suspected transgender Antifa extremist faced attempted murder charges after allegedly posting a death threat against Representative Nancy Mace, with prosecutors now escalating the case following an ignored warning that led to a shooting. President Trump filed a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS alleging unlawful leaks of his tax returns to media outlets in violation of privacy laws. The action escalates ongoing claims of political targeting by federal agencies. President Trump intervened in shutdown talks, endorsing a bipartisan package that provides temporary DHS funding while debates over ICE operations continue. The agreement reflects compromises to maintain government functions amid partisan divides. Texas carried out the first U.S. execution of 2026, with convicted killer Charles Victor Thomas put to death by lethal injection after apologizing to the families of his ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend, whom he murdered in 1998. Historic immigration trends show the U.S. experienced negative net migration in 2025, the first time since the 1970s, with Census Bureau estimates projecting further declines in 2026 amid stricter enforcement and economic factors.